Tactical 40K, we just got done with a 550 point 3-round tournament we did here locally. And I was going to give you a little bit of update on that. I placed second in that event. And just FYI, yeah, it's not normal 550 points, but this is the kind of a burgeoning area where Warhammer is just growing. So we started 500, we go to 550 next month, 600, 650, so forth. Maybe jump up a little bit quicker up to 1,000 at least. But so we've been playing. Last time I didn't get to play this, I officiated. This time I kind of officiated and stepped in to make sure we had an even number. I played with Ultramarines. You know, I'm a Vanguard, a Raven Guard dude and a Vanguard dude. I play other detachments, but I love Raven Guard lore, and then Ultramarines as well as the Swiss Army knife, because they embody the combined arms warfare doctrine. And then Raven Guard is just like, I love that sneaky, clandestine, guerrilla type warfare. Anyway, so we went in there with a fairly unique list. There was a couple other Space Marine players, and for some reason they were playing Anvil Siege Force. I don't know, but that's what they did. And then there was Orcs, Necrons, Adeptus, Mechanicus, and for once there wasn't even Tyranid players. It was crazy. But anyway, 550, we do a unique thing where we take combat patrol missions because we're using a combat patrol board, and then some in the Leviathan deck. So it's a little bit of thinking. We also do player place train so that it's, since we're a compressed board, it just adds another dynamic to it. So I'll go through my list. Like I said, I placed second. Orcs actually won. He's the only guy that beat me, but you just get you can still field a lot of units at even 550 for Orcs, and really what I was doing wasn't. And I had really bad rolls. Everybody was recognizing how bad I was rolling. One of the units, I got the Whirlwind. I think I played 3 games. I rolled 5 ones, 3 consecutive on a blast weapon against a target where I should have had easily, just statistically, maybe 3. Let's just put a 3 there, but not that many ones. And then I never rolled a 6, never rolled above a 4 on my Whirlwind, and that's activating it every turn for 3 games. So anyway, got the Whirlwind. It's not fully painted. We don't have paint restrictions at the moment, so I didn't get this thing that long ago. I'm using it as an Ultramarines Whirlwind. So that was my main tank. Along with him, excuse me, always close by to my Whirlwind, who I had in the back, obviously protected, was my Tech Marine, who I've got 2 Tech Marines because I've talked about this in the past. I went ahead and just put the Ultramarine symbol on this one. The other one, and that's because I actually painted his shoulder pad kind of, I was trying to do a certain type of black for Raven Guard, but what ended up happening was kind of blued it out a little bit. So I was like, all right, we're just going to throw the Ultramarines one on here. I got another one I'm painting. We'll make sure we now got the matte black down, and we'll get him as my Raven Guard dude. I'm not quite done with this dude either, but oh, wait, I'll go with this guy first. So, because this is important. So we had that guy. Those 2 kind of were tandem. Those are 2 of my units. They just hung out together. The Tech Marine kind of protected the backfield. A couple times he's had to revive wounds. I think my Whirlwind never got below 9, and then every time twice it went to 9, and I activated and got it back up to 11. I got Uriel of Interest, and you'll see why. One, he's 75 points. He's got a 622 profile on his melee plus sustained 1s on that. He was actually a beast. I had to run him up against some Orcs, and he slayed some jetpack dudes, and then consolidated into this other unit of boys, and him and the Tech Marine kind of went at him and took care of business. But then he finally fell. But he for melee is not bad. I'm looking forward to running him in a larger game and having him attached to something a little more beefy to can assist him with some of that melee stuff. But anyway, why you run him is because I was also running a 6 brick of these. Now this one is my Raven Guard painted one. And as you probably know, I got half of my unit. I got a 6 brick in this list, and I run a 6 brick. Half of them are my Raven Guard dudes, and then the other half I paint them as Ultramarines. So I got 3 and 3. What Ventress does with that is I can give them deep strike. So I just gave them deep strike because I'm running a spearhead, so I could try to run on the board, which I never got second turn, so I could do it on turn one. But it did play key, despite that, being able to put him off the board, being able to put him over in positions and fire. And then I had this guy attached, my Biologist, who is almost done. I'm not quite done with him yet, but he's getting there. Went ahead and put a decal on him because I'm close enough. But anyway, so he gives them lethal hits, and then he is OC Beast when you get into melee, which I did get into melee with my aggressors a couple times, and the Twin Link Power Fists are pretty awesome. The only thing bad about the aggressors is the Gravis Armor, the 3+ save. I mean, you can mitigate some of that with Armor Contempt and all that, but that's the only really downside about them. Of course, movement, but I'm usually, in my mind, I'm comparing them to Terminators. Okay, you get the plus, you get Twin Linked Power Fist, you get the shooting. They're pretty awesome in that manner. You just don't have the save or the invul, and that kind of sucks sometimes. So really, excuse me, I had no room for enhancements. That was 550, and I basically kept Ventress in. Well, I did pull my last game against Necrons. I essentially tabled the guy. He got down to 1 unit because I was literally picking off these units. But I had Ventress up the board a little bit and being able to go Deadly Prize and Objective. But other than that, he kind of sat back in the other 2 games and with the Tech Marine, but kind of played because I was waiting to go ahead and run him out there, but I ended up not doing that so much. It was mainly the aggressors being teleported across the board. And then when you could get up somewhere, Deadly Prize and Objective, go over to the next one, neutralize the unit, score points however you can. That's why I was using Ventress and them in the backfield too, just in case, you can run over maybe and investigate signals or whatever it is. And the compressed board is really not that far, especially if you place your terrain in such a manner. But I didn't get a whole lot of good secondaries. I still, like I said, I still got second. I lost to the Orc player, and we just kind of ran out of time. I probably could have compressed the score a little bit better because I the first couple turns with Orcs, just with the wah and all that running up the board, you kind of got to eat it in this with the not that many units, and my Whirlwind just literally rolling one after one after one in that game, like 3 ones in a row against units that are full of like 11 or 10 plus dudes. It really doesn't help out. And then just not rolling very well to begin with that. And then tanking. So there was a squad of bikers or whatever with a big dude, and it should have been easy takeout for like even the aggressors. So he screened me out pretty good. I put the aggressors in firing range of these bikes, unloaded, lethal hits, all that jazz. Kill one. I think I had pulled my Whirlwind, line of sight, unloaded on him, 100 killer missile I think I threw in there, everything at them, brought one to 1-1. I don't know. So then I ended up having to waste a turn because he came in to charge the Whirlwind, got in there, didn't do anything. I was able to then charge them with the aggressors and finish them off that way. But just some unfortunate rolling in some parts of the game. Anyway, I just wanted to give you kind of a battle report on that. I totally forgot to film the whole thing, but because I when you're setting these events up, and for some reason I'm the one doing it for pretty much nothing, just for the love of the game. You kind of forget about a lot of stuff because I work, so I get off. I have literally 45 minutes to get to the location, set up tables, put terrain out, make sure that everybody's checked in to, we're using the BCP app. And it was my first time really using it, but so I'm trying to figure out how to really use that. So it was a lot. It was a lot to do. And there you're competing with Magic players too. So I got to allocate tables, set tables up, set terrain up, make sure that we have enough mission cards, make sure we have enough objective markers. I mean, so do I get to... do I forget things? And I won't even have time really to set up a camera and make sure we're streaming. So one of these days I'm going to do it, but I need to get somebody to step up and help me with these events. And then if I go to like some other event, maybe we'll figure something out. But anyway, from now on, from here till then, when we get some more support and whatnot, we're just going to go over some battle reports and then some stuff. We got the Dark Angels. I ordered the assault box. We're going to get them. Because that was my first ever army, and then I plan on utilizing the Terminators too in my Vanguard list with the Raven Guard. So we're gonna do that, and maybe then also get Ezreal and run a Dark Angels list. So why not, right? Like I said, I have a soft spot in my heart for that chapter because that was my first ever, and I got some the old Ezreal and Ezekiel models running around somewhere, I think in my mom's. Anyway, talk to you later. Peace.